Moin, I'm GaminGGraf. Welcome to Boldly Fail, a series about Star Trek Online, primarily used for enhancing my English speaking skills. So you will have to endure my fumbling around because this will all be shot in one take. You will also enjoy my word finding deficiencies. In German it's called Wortfindungsstörung or word finding disorder. The game Star Trek Online was released in February 2010. In my opinion, it was a catastrophe. There wasn't much content, nothing much to do. I will go into further detail down the line when it comes up. But right now, let's delve into the character select screen. Star Trek Online is available for free on the Epic Game Store, on Steam, on the website directly. And you see here right on top, there are many different factions, but most of these are window dressing. In essence, there are only two factions. So you have the choice between the original Starfleet, which was the first choice you could make in the entire game. You had to level this one up to a certain level to be able to choose the Klingon Defense Force, which was the second faction and is currently the only real second faction. It was primarily PvP based and had no content at all at start, so it wasn't that much fun. But right now on top you see many different factions, but this is all window dressing. So in essence you have Starfleet, which you can see here in the fluff text, and you have the Klingon Defense Force, and the other factions are just window dressing. The original series Starfleet will join Starfleet later on. The same goes for Discovery Starfleet, which will play for Starfleet normally. The only difference in these factions is the order of missions. Some missions are unique to the faction, and two factions in here, or two starting factions. The Romulan Republic, you start at level 1, but you have to choose allegiance to either the KDF or the Starfleet. Same goes for Dominion, but you start at a higher level here. You can choose between many different races. We will go into detail in the next episode. And you can select 3 classes. These starting careers are essentially all the same. Engineering officer, science officer, and tactical officer only differ in the kits they can use. You can acquire any skill from any line of perks. We will go into that later on. The original idea was that engineering officers are the tanks and they buff up team resistances. Science officers were supposed to be the supports and healers, and tactical officers were supposed to be damage dealers, DPS. But in essence, you can build any character the way you want. The only difference is engineering officers have access to kits that allow them to build turrets, drones for support or damage, shield generators. They can create crowd control effects. Same goes for science officers. They have crowd control kits. They have healing kits, buff kits to enhance team damage or team resistances. And tactical officers can buff team damage, can use grenades and stuff like that. But in essence, it doesn't really matter. There's no real difference. Race choice is personal choice too. There aren't that many. There isn't that great of a benefit to any race. In endgame, it's negligible. Is that a true word? I don't know. So in future episodes, we will go into the order of, or in the next episode, we will go into the mission order. So if you don't want to be spoiled, skip the next episode and start with episodes 3. In essence, all share a large amount of content. There's lots of content to do, and they're all pretty equal right now, the factions and the starting factions. So it's really just a matter of preference. But the order is quite different. So if you don't want to be spoiled about the episode order, the mission order, skip episode 2. Thank you for listening, for having patience with my bad English, and I hope to see you in the next episode.